All right, the first move we're gonna do is called a bird dog. And a bird dog is a great move for your posterior chain, your lower back, upper back, glutes, all the areas to really pull you back into good, strong posture. We're gonna start off on all fours. Now the first variation to just get into this move is simple. We're just gonna bring our left arm forward, our right arm forward. Left arm forward, right arm forward. So that's sort of the first phase. The second phase we're gonna bring into it is bring our right leg back, our left leg back, kicking back. Right leg back, left leg back. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the opposite leg forward and the opposite leg back. So left arm forward, bring them back, bring them in, and then reach, and bring them in, and then reach. So there we have what I would say is the third phase of a bird dog, bringing the opposite left arm, right leg, and vice versa. Those are the three variations of a bird dog. Now, the next move is a squat. So a squat is gonna work the quads, the front of the thigh, a little bit of glutes, standing on a bench or sitting on a bench, and standing up, sitting down. So there we have one variation of a typical squat, up, and then down. The next variation of a squat we're gonna do is without the bench. We're just gonna come down almost to where our knees are and then back up again, driving with our hips. That would be the second variation of a squat. Now the third, for those of you out there with healthy knees looking to really elevate this, we're gonna do a jump squat. So we're gonna go down, up, 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 and there we have a jump squat. So there's three variations of a squat. The next move we're gonna do is a row, and a row is for our upper back. And this is a great move to strengthen the upper body. We're gonna start off with a single arm version. So left leg forward, right leg back. We're gonna put our left forearm right on top of our leg here. We're gonna row and reach back down, just like that. If you don't have balance to do this, you can use the side of a bench, just like this. Reach and row, reach and row. Can be using a block, a bench, a set of stairs, and this gives you a little more balance. So one arm at a time. It's a very simple movement. The next move, or next variation we can do, is both sides at once. So we're actually gonna squat down a bit, tilt our body to the ground. We're gonna reach and row. Reach and row. There we have a second variation. Now a third variation, which I really like, is using an incline bench. We're gonna put the bench right over here, bring our chest down so our collarbone is right above the top. Staring straight forward, elbow, punch, elbow, punch. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. And there you have what I call the reverse incline row. That's the third variation of doing a row. It allows you to go a little heavier and focus on really squeezing the shoulder blades together. The next move we're gonna do is a plank. Now, here we have a few more variations. The first one I like to do is on an elevated surface. So we can actually just put our forearms on the bench, put our toes on the ground, hold our body in a flat, rigid position from our heels all the way to our shoulders. Squeeze your abs, tuck your belly button in. That's the first variation. The second would be to do it on the ground. You can be on all fours, on your forearms, squeezing your abs. This would be a good second version. Now here's a third and fourth version. Up on all fours, doing a twist plank. Bring our right knee to our left elbow and rotating through. And a fourth version would be a spider plank. Bring our left knee towards our left elbow, right knee, right elbow, squeeze, 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 and squeeze. So there we have not just three, but actually four variations of doing a plank, which really engages the front of the midsection, and when you twist, a little bit of that corset muscle, and when you bring that spider knee out, a little bit of your love handles or your obliques. Now, last move is a hip thrust. I'll show you a few different ways to do it. So first is just lying on the ground, on your back, arms down here. Push your hips up as high as you can and bring them back down, all the way up, all the way down. A nice way to kick up the intensity here is we're gonna put our feet on top of the bench, and we're actually gonna kick up and down, up and down, up and down. Another variation is, instead of putting our arches on the edge of the bench or the box, put our heels on top. So you get a combination of hamstrings and glutes. So this would be a third variation of doing this thrust. And I love this variation. It's a great way to really focus, target, hit your glutes, hit your hamstrings. So there we go. We've got our bird dog, our squat, our row, our plank, and our hip thrust. 5 great moves. I hope you enjoy.